You're the host now.
Okay, I'm recording.
And you're recording.
Cool.
All right.
How did you do that?
Just on my interface here at the bottom, it gives me the option to record.
From your laptop?
Mm-hmm. Are you guys using your laptop too?
Yeah. And it has never let me do it, not even for my other classes. I think I might be, I don't know, something wrong with this laptop. Like it doesn't support or have enough memory or something.
Oh, okay.
It's just a netbook.
Let's see. Yeah, no, yeah, it doesn't. All right, it's just me. All right, no worries. I'm recording. So let's get this started.
All right.
And I get my classes mixed up. Is there a 60-minute requirement for this recording too?
I think it's 50 minutes, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
I'm just trying to open the Google Doc I thought I already had open. Here we go.
Also, I will try to be here, guys. I kind of got like seafood sick, so it's just trying to.
Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for making it.
Yeah, no worries. It's just been like a very crappy day, so it's.
I bet that's not fun.
Yeah. Let's see here, though.
So we need to finalize our charter tonight, right? That's the goal of, or that's the outcome of tonight. Is that right?
And the backup tomorrow is if we don't get anything fully finalized.
I think we'll get it finalized.
Yeah, I think we can do this.
We actually need to because my grandparents just got into town.
Okay.
So hopefully we don't have to do a meeting tomorrow. But if we do, I'll make it happen. So no worries.
Okay.
So am I mistaken in that it looks like there's some edits in here, but some of the information has been removed, or did we just add since we met last?
Literally I looked over it today, and the only thing I added was my last name, because I was like, oh, our last names aren't on here. So we should probably put those on there. But that is by far the only edit. I was just kind of looking over it to, refresh what we did and stuff and kind of brainstorm, but I don't know, did anyone else add any edits?
No, because I knew we actually had to wait to work on it this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured I'd wait too.
Okay, so do we want to just start hammering it out then?
Yeah, let's get at it.
Okay.
Do you guys want to go ahead and add your last names real quick? Guess that's like one way to get the ball rolling.
That's done.
Got exhibits. All right. I mean, yeah, it's all in there. Do we rename the team charter template without the 1? All right.
Oh, and we need our team number up here.
Okay. So the purpose, is our purpose, I like the one that's in here, right? In terms of, I think the purpose of this exercise and working together as a team. Do we want to stay along that line, or do we want to speak to the purpose of the work that we're doing?
Learn and
Does that make
overcome
sense?
the work.
So like the outcomes of the projects we're going to be working on.
Hold on. So to learn and
So you're saying more specific to the projects?
Well, so the purpose that's in there now, I think is accurate in
Yeah.
terms of the dynamic and what we're learning through this process. So is that the purpose of the team, or is the purpose of the team to complete the assignments?
complete the projects that are given each week.
Or is there a way to blend them?
I like what's in there, and I think we can add to it,
Okay.
like what you're saying. I think that's a good
Okay.
idea.
With focus on completing each project for the week. Oh gosh, I don't even know how to phrase that.
As assigned.
The focus on completing each project
As assigned is probably the easiest way.
possible. Okay.
And do you want that to be a second sentence? I know it's going to be kind of long and run on,
It's a
but
really long sentence, but why not just put it like a comma, I guess. I mean, yeah.
At least it's a straightforward long sentence. It's not too wordy.
Yeah, actually has important components, not just fluff.
Okay.
can I play with it? Or, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. So goal. Identify body of work. Tasks. Here's just a team's task process goals as well as goal.
Everybody good with the purpose?
To learn and overcome the hardships of working in virtual teams in different time zones on different schedules in order to work together to focus on completing each project as assigned.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mouthful, but it's all critical information. So.
Well, we can take this out.
Yeah,
Or
completing.
to
Okay, yeah.
complete.
To complete. Yes, that's
Yep.
better. It's
Okay.
a little less wordy.
So clear and specifically state the team's tasks and process goals as well as free. Measure each goal.
Okay, so
Are those each going to be individual sentences? Each like little bullet point?
I think we can make this all together into something clear and simple, kind of straightforward. But I feel like it should be like one straightforward goal. What do you guys think?
Like one sentence, kind of like
Yeah.
what we had for purpose? Okay.
Yeah. Or no, this looks like it's kind of working.
Identify bodies of work, tasks within the project to be completed and who will complete them. Understand dependencies. Grades may be used as a measurement. Our goals are to assign tasks of projects that need completion. With regard to time frame. With regard to I'm not sure how to phrase it, guys, because I mean, the real thing is, of course, the goals are just to be able to complete it in as little time as possible, while learning what to do.
So maybe if we take it, can I play with it?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
helps me think. Okay. Teams. Oh, did I put that in the wrong? Sorry. I'm not a great typist, obviously. I feel like my youngest, do you guys play Fortnite or have you seen it?
I've seen some
I've
stuff.
seen it.
Yeah. So when he has his headset on, he's playing, he's making these comments about lagging or whatever. That's what I feel like I'm doing right now.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Yeah.
I played PUBG and experienced a lot of lag, so I know what you're talking about.
Oh god. Oh,
Why? Is it funny? Is it weird that I brought up Fortnite? Sorry.
No.
It's just kind of a trend right now.
yeah, it really is. Oh, man.
Okay.
How about everybody just like tries to write their sentences like in their own little zones in that box and actually writes a sentence on how to phrase it all. Like, I mean, how Marcy's doing her sentence up top, then I just keep on,
Mhm.
and then that way we can maybe come together with which sentence is the best way that we worded it.
Okay.
Yeah. That way we're not just like kind of sitting around and we kind of take our ideas out.
So we're each doing our own.
Yeah, so each do like
You can
that
kind of
way
blend it.
yeah. Like write down your sentence and then just kind of we'll read them all together.
Can you guys hear that?
The plane.
Yeah.
Who lives
Yeah,
by the
sorry.
airport?
I live right next to a Marine Corps air base, so
Okay.
that was a Harrier flying. They were flying all night yesterday,
Nice.
so you will probably hear one again.
Oh, great. We're receiving. Just let us know whenever you guys are done, because I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still figuring this out. Almost done.
Here's Marcy.
I'm not sure that I understand exactly what she's looking for because
Like in
I
that.
guess the only measurement I'm using is just successful delivery of the project.
One thing I'm really focusing on, and what I look forward to take away, is just experience working on a virtual team. I don't know if that's something that matters to you guys as far as the goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of the point of the class, I think.
Yeah.
So definitely, I wanted to like include an experience aspect to it. But let's see, read over these.
Yeah, I am done with mine.
Well, like why I go ahead and say in mine, like we plan to achieve this goal by each Wednesday with the aim of receiving at least a B for each project, is because that's a measure. Like that's a measurement.
Nah,
That's
you gotta aim higher. We gotta aim higher.
Well, of course we could aim higher, but it's got to be manageable still. So even if we go ahead and aim for an A, like if we keep on getting B's, like it's just kind of like.
We're not gonna get A's with that attitude. I think we should set a high goal. What do you guys think?
Always, I don't care.
Hi, Alberto. How are you? I'm gonna just close my door. Thank you. I'm just gonna close my door. So that way you can work. Thank you. No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
good.
put
Thank you.
fine A minus. There you go.
All right, we can meet in the middle.
We can't be perfect, but
Okay.
But
I mean, I'm not gonna like, get mad if we don't get A's or anything, but I think it's important that we set good goals. That way we can at least try and have the mentality of achieving them.
Oh yeah. So I like how Marcy that's like I like the beginning part of your sentence a lot, because then that works in with the whole analyze the assignment for the week, come together each week.
So I would need to incorporate, though, to your point, the specifics around the grade and the time, right, Wednesday. And then Sarah, we can incorporate your goal, right, your outcome around learning.
Wait, identify.
So I'm going to try to play with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grades. So the team's goals throughout the semester to identify bodies of work, assigning time for need completing the high, and then grade. Self-satisfied gratification will be as the team measure that.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out. I think we're done with this.
Yeah.
Sorry for my words, you guys. It's just how I think. So we could play with it. It's not great, but
Resulting with completion.
Amy, what do you think of that second sentence there? Does that capture the spirit of what you're looking for?
Additional working goal of experience is to come away with improved competence and aptitude in working with virtual teams. I like that, yeah. And then I'm just putting in parentheses like the whole resulting with completion by Wednesday and the whole and a passing grade.
So I think we could incorporate it as part of it instead of in parentheses, right? So
Yeah, I was just putting in parentheses without taking off your words. I didn't want to like erase anything. I just wanted to have it there, so that way it's like, how would that look? Is the wording for that one? And agreed upon by.
Wednesday.
I feel like the first part, how you're putting that, the whole getting defined, assigned, and agreed upon by Tuesday instead, and the completion is by Wednesday.
By Tuesday.
Yeah, because since our meetings are on Tuesday, then we go ahead and are at least talking with each other to collaborate on what the actual project is. And then our Wednesday backup plan day is actually our, like, hey, this is the final adjustments that we want to really have, because the rest of the time we won't be able to meet. So.
Well, so to that point though, should we say Wednesday in case we do have to go to a backup day? Because what we're saying is that the project will be defined, assigned, and agreed upon at the close of that.
Like at the close of Tuesday. That's why I think, because like the words right there, just having it be defined, assigned, and agreed upon, that doesn't mean like the project itself,
Okay, right. The goals, the project. Okay, so maybe we need to dig in.
Maybe this first sentence is getting a little long. Maybe we should incorporate it separately. Maybe like right before the part about like right around here, right about.
Sorry, Sarah.
No, you're good. So
right here, you.
Yes. So that way, in order to prevent having a super long first sentence, let's work on splitting it up a bit. So let's see.
Did we say an A? We said A minus.
All right, an A.
Hey. Hey. Mama. Come on.
Okay.
Hey, come on. Oh, bitch. Can I be done? So, do we not? So we don't have, where's our thing?
Comments for the purpose.
5, 6. Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Ethan, how do you read that for the sentence?
Hold on. I'll read it right now.
Can you guys see my highlight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that could just be deleted.
Yeah. All right, the team's task and goals associated with each project will be defined, assigned, and agreed upon by the close of each Tuesday video conference for the purpose of achieving an A on each project. We will have a successful completion of each week's project done by Wednesday with agreement of each team member.
I worded that last part really weird, but I just was like, hey.
What is that? So what are you saying there, Rafael?
Every Wednesday we just agree, yeah, that's the final project or whatnot. Or like,
how about
meaning
with finalization? Here, we can, let's see. We will have a successful completion of each project done by more like finalization is kind of the word I'm thinking of.
How is this different, the sentence different than the first sentence? I mean, what we're trying to achieve on Tuesday is to define it, get everything assigned and agreed upon. And then
I think by Wednesday we're proofreading and finalizing, right? And just kind of giving it a fresh look. That'd be one word. Yeah.
So like what the goal, and I feel like what the first sentence should be targeting is that the goal is to have that meeting on Tuesday. The goal is to have Tuesday be where we come together, define it, yes, and then the goal is then to have it all be done by Wednesday. So
to have what, the project plan be done?
Not the project plan to be done by Wednesday. The plan is done on Tuesday, done by Tuesday.
Okay, and so then what will be done? Sorry.
So like, and then just by Wednesday though, it should all be completed by then, so that way we don't have, that's like our set date for it being done by.
The project will be done by Wednesday?
Like with the proofreading, with the final edits, and just saying, okay, that's what we all come together to say, that's our project that we've made.
Okay, so do we think that's reasonable though?
Well, because we have that backup meeting tomorrow on Wednesday, because if we're not all day, then Wednesday and I'll still meet, and then that's our only last day to meet and complete this by. So
well, this is also like, it's not set in stone. It is something that is flexible and we can always come back to and revisit it and evolve over the course. I think is that something she mentioned? I think I remember her saying something about how it's going to change over time, or we can come back to it. Like, obviously we want to set goals and have, put something together and finish it today, but I think what we put on here is not set in stone.
Right. There's no way of telling how long the next projects will take. And also, I don't think we need to stress over every little detail. Because if we do, we probably would never finish.
So I think with the first sentence, we can define when we're going to have the proofreading or the edits due, and when we're going to turn in the assignment if she didn't give us an assignment date. So that can all be part of what we define based on what the individual project calls for. So I think what you're looking for is built in there generally, kind of loosely, so that we have the liberty to assign our own due dates based on the project.
Okay, so like if we had to, in the future, actually split apart and not be, it wouldn't be a by video conference if we had to just like, let's say, research our own parts and then we do that throughout the week, since maybe a project would take longer. Okay.
Yeah, so like this project's not actually due until Monday, but we're probably gonna, I don't know, maybe we'll assign pieces of it and come back together tomorrow, and then somebody else is gonna be in charge of posting the final version by whatever. You know what I mean? Like we can break it out in pieces or define it and assign it as we want to.
Okay, let's just try sandwiching this all together, what we have right now, and see how it reads. And so the team's tasks and goals associated with each project will be defined, assigned, and agreed upon by the close of each Tuesday video conference. Probably an and here. And a successful completion of each week's project finalized and proofread by Wednesday for the purpose of achieving an A- on each project. Additionally, an overarching goal of the experience is to come away with improved competence and aptitude in working with virtual teams.
So I think, did we agree or not agree that the putting proofreading in by Wednesday, that was necessary, or do we think that's
You know,
unnecessary?
you're right. It's probably not necessary. We can totally just, let's not even stress about that. Let's get rid of that.
And we'll just, every week, we just already define that in the Tuesday meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good, because each project will be different. All right. I think that's good enough.
Did we say A or A-?
We'll just do A. Yeah.
We might get booted out of this soon because we started at 6.
Oh.
So I extended, it gave me the option to extend it an hour.
Oh, cool.
So we'll see.
Oh, do you have a membership?
No, but when I set it up, it let me set it up for an hour, and then a message just came up on my screen that said extend to an hour, and I selected yes. So
Cool.
we'll see.
All right, awesome. All right, well, we're still here, so that's good. All right.
Do you guys like this then, the way it reads now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is good.
All right. I was going to say, why don't we then, get to the roles then. I think we've gotten goals down to the T.
Okay, do we like having a project coordinator role?
Sure. I mean, I kind of feel like it's something that we kind of all, I don't feel like anyone takes necessarily specific responsibility for it. Do we have a project coordinator, do you guys think?
Honestly, like, assigning roles is pretty tough. I think people just assume roles on their own, and that kind of happens. So, I mean, we can assign roles if y'all want. I just don't know that we would subconsciously stick to them, if that makes sense.
So then, I already know that is already going to be defined.
So then, okay, who wants?
Yeah, we're unanimous.
It's okay. That's cool with me. So then who wants to go ahead and be responsible for officially submitting the assignments once we finally finish one?
I can do that.
I was going to say,
Ethan?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were like, just like made sure, even at the beginning, it was just kind of like, hey, get it like submitted into the thing. So
Yeah.
easily. I think editor Marcy though. I think you actually have like a really good way of putting words together, and you make sure that before it's kind of finalized that everything's then kind of like there. So
Okay.
I think that one is also
And then just as a fail-safe, if you fail to see me send out a text message to the group chat that I have submitted the assignment by the time the due date comes around, just maybe send me a reminder text. I should have already submitted it, and I'll message everyone when I do each week. But if that ever happens, just give me a reminder.
Okay. Sounds good. So does that make you, Raphael?
I don't know. Do you think I'm a critic?
I think you're a critic. I think you give good input. But these, I feel like these are more task roles.
Right.
Do you want to book our meetings?
Book the meetings. So
Like for the Tuesdays?
So then like on the Zoom app, just start like okay.
Yeah, it's super easy. It's like less intimidating than it feels.
All right. Sounds good.
And I can also I don't mind setting up the second meeting too, so you can put me on there for, you set up the first half and I'll set up the second half.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Maker, I don't even know how to even say that one.
Maybe scheduler.
Scheduler, there you go. Planner, I don't even know.
Yeah, there we go.
I feel like if you guys I don't know what I could be. It's always the weird thing for me.
And I think what we have under project roles.
Each person brings their own.
Do we need to have, was that part of the template, project roles?
No, we just dropped it in there.
Yeah.
I think these are good role standards.
Yeah.
Or if anything, we can save this and we might use this down here where we have to do the percentage of what matters. We were also supposed to include some expectations in there. So maybe that's something we can.
So should we instead just rephrase the project roles reference and say that's our expectations? Is that in the project, each person brings their own ideas and commits time to the team?
Yeah, that could probably be something that goes under participation.
Participation.
So we're transferring the project roles, what we have there, to expectations.
Because I guess, yeah, because then it's like because I just like wrote down a little thing of 20% of grade with respectable behavior and communicating and following up with texts and emails.
I think another thing we can add in there is just honest and open communication. I had something worded. What was it? Open mine real quick.
Do we want this observer? Is that Raphael?
All right. For sure.
Oh, ability to freely speak, respectfully, of course.
Oh, shoot.
So, Sarah, what do you think about that sentence for communication?
1 second.
Are you guys good with how we left roles? Just so we can Stuff like that.
I mean,
For the single sentence with the team admin roles, and then we'll move all this other stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, move the stuff downwards and into the whole participation part. Because I'm pretty good. We're pretty good with that. Team roles and whatnot. Okay.
So we want that reference where?
In
I'm
the
just
part,
gonna drop it here so we just keep it with us as we go for now.
Okay.
so productivity is kind of like looking at it from the standpoint of like if we were doing this video conference and we were just horsing around talking about sports or whatnot, and I think is that like what we define as productivity there? Is that we're instead of doing the whole horsing around, we're actually working on the actual project and not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So right,
Using time wisely and efficiently, I guess.
all right. Hold on. Yeah.
I think everyone broke the policy that we created for the group chat.
Yeah.
But I mean, the project didn't really require that last week, so.
I was gonna say, depending on the project, I feel like if it's a more heavy intensive project, we would need to be picking
Right.
up with each other. On project. So Ethan, what do you think about that sentence for productivity?
Yeah, that covers all of it, I think. Sounds good to me.
Should I put it as goals or tasks? Just because or assigned tasks.
Task, I think. And then using should be use.
Oh,
And then I think it's to gather ideas instead of for gathering.
Sarah, what do you mean by mindfulness? What does that look like?
Just being mindful of the way, I don't know, you talk to someone or the way something you're saying is coming out. You think it should be reworded?
No, I just wanted to make sure I was understanding. So what I hear you saying, or how you're defining it, is thoughtful, considerate,
Yeah, there we
respectful.
go. Exactly.
Okay.
like constructive, productive kind of communication.
Yeah.
Please be respectful. I had to sit through an emergency meeting yesterday with my other team where two ladies were fighting it out.
That happened to me last semester, but it was between a boy and a girl, and it was just like, it was bad. It was, yeah. So Luckily, I'm getting a totally different vibe from you guys. So
Yeah.
I do have a question for that though. Also, like, what was it a team problem? Like, was it a personal problem, or was it something that the project was a problem?
I think it was just more attitudes clashing. It was like, one person saying like, I can't believe we're in a level 300 course and you forgot to do this, this, and that with your APA citations. And then, the other person like, just getting completely defensive. And then before you know it, there's like 60 messages and they're just fighting. And I'm just like, what? But yeah. So, I've definitely been there. That happens. So, and when you least expect it too. So, but that's moving towards like the conflict area. We're not quite there yet.
Right. Well, and Ethan, was yours also the same way, or was it like different?
Two very different personalities, and when there are comments in text, like in text form, emotion and attitude gets misconstrued, and then it all snowballed, and now they like, for lack of better terms, hate each other. So
Okay. But at least that's something that going forward we actually can realize, and just if we want to go ahead and say something constructive, or say a comment, that we can take this kind of space where we actually are able to see each other and show our emotions instead of putting it in text. And just like, I think it was Marcy brought it up last time, like better to make a call than to make a text if there was a problem, like in that conflict areas or whatnot. Okay.
yeah,
but at least I'm just going to go into conflict resolution. I'm going to start kind of writing something in there, so
okay.
you guys kind of focus on the expectations part of it.
Okay, so do we like, Sarah, I just played with that a little bit. I left it essentially the same, but
no, I like it. It's
communication.
Respectful and mindful in communication with each other, responding to messages in a timely manner or as agreed, including follow-up with texts and emails. We only need one up here, but yeah.
Okay.
I threw something really vague out there for teamwork. It sucks because I feel like these are all components of teamwork, communication, participation, organization. So, just finding other ways to define teamwork and how we want to define it. Any other thoughts you guys care to add to that?
No. I think you're right. They're pretty much intertwined and you cover it in there. I don't see much else you could add. Are we keeping that reference in there?
I just dropped it in there to keep it moving with us.
Oh, we actually have information, yeah. Did we, whenever we were talking earlier, did we say that since depending on the project, how big it will be, that the final decisions would be made, let's say on Saturday or Sunday? Like,
Or how about just like, how many days ahead of the assignment do you want to? Is that what you're?
yeah, just for decision making, that means, like for our decision, if the project is done, when do we say that decision is being made by? Is it a day ahead of project turn?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
I like having a day ahead.
Day ahead, so that way we turn it in a day ahead even, let's say, because then we know it's not like last minute kind of stuff.
Yep.
So if we get cut off, we'll jump on to Sarah's video meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a timer on it showing that it's almost done?
At all, I'm not getting any messages about it.
Rock and roll. All right, let's do this.
All right. Are we on policies now?
Looks like, who's that? Someone's just cleaning this up right here real quick.
Yeah, sorry, we could go though. I could do this.
Oh, no, totally. No, I'm a format freak, so please clean it up. It looks good.
That does look a lot better.
Okay, we're just gonna keep dragging this with us?
Do we need it? Each person brings their own ideas. Oh, we can like kind of add this to productivity right here, or I don't know, would that go under teamwork or organization?
Well, I mean, all of it's actually kind of like a mix of a lot of different. So, person brings their own ideas and commit time to the team. That would be in productivity. Each member contributes equally. Research content and review of assignments. That is going to be participation.
Oh shoot.
Yep, and then establish at the beginning of each project. Assign responsibility, tasks, deliverables, and meeting schedule. I think that would be in teamwork. So.
And then I'm just gonna delete this, yeah.
Decision making authority to be understood. Yeah, delete that, and then we can finally get rid of that. So one last overview on this. So communication, 20% expectations are respectful and mindful and communicating with each other, responding to messages in a timely manner or as agreed, including follow-up with text and emails, advance notification to team when issue arise or deliverables are at risk. Okay. So then teamwork, expectations, collaboration, participation, and support are to be the foundations of our teamwork. Established at the beginning to assign responsibilities, tasks, yep. Participation, each member contributes equally, research, ideas, content, and review of the assignments. Each person brings their own ideas and commits time to the team. I mean, yeah, that really kind of just defines what we want out of each person, is that kind of ideas. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good with it. I mean,
I agree.
Agreed.
Rick?
Okay, so moving to policies.
Yep.
All right.
So here would be a good place to add how we want to have our assignments done a day early. That's a policy we set in place, or turned in a day early.
Why do I capitalize everything? And spell wrong. Thank you.
Yep. I got you. All right.
Okay, to be, did you say submitted or submitted to the group, the team?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all assignments / roles. No, it's never mind. Yeah, team assignments are to be submitted to the team for final review by a day ahead of turn-in. Of due date, yeah. So group chat requires saying hi in the evening and night. So with the group chat, I think maybe group chat requires saying hi in the evening and night for after Tuesday, because as to see if we're actually, have we spent any time that day on the project. So after Tuesday's roles are executed and actually assigned to people, then we just say, okay, hi in the evening and night afterwards, because then it's kind of reminding us, hey, we have this project that we need to do with this group.
Check in, is that how it spells?
Yeah.
So what are we saying, Wednesday through Friday?
Yeah, Wednesday through Friday, because Saturday we just kind of give off that final project or whatnot, or Sunday. So yeah, just Wednesday through Friday. Monday.
How about just,
Yeah, I like the project status updates. Wednesday through Friday.
by what time? Or do we want to specify time?
Well, we all, as in probably around that meeting time that we set up on Tuesday night. So I that 6 p.m. Arizona time, since it's basically
So
how about by maybe by 5 p.m. Arizona time?
sure.
Ah.
Sorry. Go for it.
Fight.
Wednesday through Friday. Okay.
Okay. Monday night video conference with group by 6 p.m. Arizona time. Tuesday evening by. Oh,
Well, we're just doing the Tuesday ones, right?
yeah, I was gonna say that. I didn't know how that even came about.
So we can take this one out too, right? Just checking in to say hi.
Yeah, checking in to say hi is just replaced by that group chat. Meeting by 1. Friday, 1 p.m. Arizona time now.
So are we adding more video conferences throughout the week?
I was just gonna say, well,
I mean, I think we should play it by ear, but just have a mandatory one
Yeah.
each Tuesday night.
yeah, our mandatory one's on Tuesday. Our Wednesday one, I think it's like we should at least have that shown on the charter so that way we know when that time was going to be for everybody available. Would be okay. Hey, we have Wednesday available to do another video conference. So
Yeah.
So it was Wednesday by 1 p.m. Arizona time that everybody was available, correct?
Oh, I thought it was 12, but I mean, I can do one. Was it 12 or 1?
I had 12. Tomorrow we're set up for 12.
Or
12.
Okay. Required to attend Tuesday night video conference with optional Wednesday evening by. Does that sound better? Optional Wednesday evening?
I would say
Yeah.
tentative because it's really not optional if we call it, right?
Right. I was gonna say, yeah, it just needed like an extra little word. So tentative, you say? Okay. Any other policies that we can think off the top of our head?
I would say a text confirmation for sorry, I'm blanking, submissions of the assignment. So just making sure that we get yeah, long day.
Confirmation.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I think assign, because it's only going to be one person submitting it, right?
So we'll text to confirm. Okay.
I mean, but
yeah.
I mean, that goes to everyone, you know, like if we're kind of like, oh, did you submit it? We can always just, you know, shoot the group chat and ask.
Yeah.
Confirm assignment submission. Yep. We'll text the team.
So the other piece of this section is the penalty or the corrective action. So
Yeah, you're right, because yeah. Okay.
I mean, we
All right,
have
the
peer
rotten
reviews,
egg
I
has
think.
to wear a dunce hat throughout the whole meeting, and we give him the stink eye.
Oh man, that would be something.
Corrective actions, I would, you know, probably just say reporting Probably we would just want to report it to the professor. You know, if we can't settle it one-on-one.
So
There we go,
so
like that.
the corrective action. So I guess that's the follow through being yeah. If problem is not resolved, team will email professor.
Oh, do we have to do I'm sorry, do we have to do a corrective action for each single one or just overall? Okay, that makes more sense.
I think just like a overarching thing there. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you mean. Okay, so the corrective action. All right. Corrective action.
Okay, if somebody misses a Zoom conference, what happens? You have to take notes and do I don't know.
I'm really trying to think here.
If you miss the conference with no explanation, then you'll get a stern talking to. I don't know.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna bust out the stink eye if I need it.
Will call person.
Yeah, there you go.
And if not available, we'll put in that note for project. Like as in, since we want to be available to everybody during these video conferences, it's like if a person show up to that, then that's a part of that participation and ideas, and already just kind of involving a lot of those things we were assigning grades to already. So it should be a note put in for the professor to know that that's what happened for the week or whatnot.
Okay.
Like, so I don't know how to phrase that, but I mean, the corrective action is calling the person, but then if it's just like, I feel like that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, we're all pretty honest, or at least vocal, so, but at least if that does happen, just put in a note for professor.
Professor will be notified of.
There you go. Then professor will be notified of absence. Okay. Team close up colleagues' phone with text until they provide the update. All right.
I mean, I'm kind of being funny here because I'm assuming we're not going to have to deal with that. But
Yeah.
if you guys think that we need to have a more serious consequence, please.
No.
I like team blows up colleagues' phone with text until they provide the update. I mean, yeah, it just takes a couple of seconds to say, hey, wasn't able to work on it, but I'll work on some of it tonight. I mean, I'd say
if anything, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say you can leave that in, Marcy, if you want. I mean,
okay. Okay.
I'm pretty sure
we're just on this marathon Zoom conference, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this last one, what happens if we don't do this?
assignment submission confirmation.
Yeah.
So then
I feel like that would require the professor notification because it jeopardizes everybody else's potential on the assignment, right?
if not,
Yeah.
well, basically, Ethan, this is all on you. So if you don't turn an assignment, we'll just revoke your turning in assignments, you know?
Well, no, I'm looking at that first one. So this for team assignments, we have final review for the team.
Okay, so
That could be in my hands for edits or something. And I don't know, if I don't get it to you guys before Ethan needs to submit it. Right,
I get that. Yeah, I mean, then it needs to be notified because it's something that it messes up with the project. So
yeah, or like if I'm waiting on somebody to do something before I can do my whatever, before Ethan can do his submission.
So if you miss, so how does that look for that corrective action on that assignment?
I feel like there's two pieces. So I'm editing it a little bit because I think we're saying two things. There's definitely the review one day prior to the turn-in date, but there's also all of the deadlines leading up to being able to do that. So I think in general, a policy needs to be, you have to meet your deadline because it affects everybody else. And if you don't meet your deadline, then there's the corrective action. Does that make sense, or am I overcomplicating it?
I kind of think, but not like, because I feel like I understand, like if, let's say I wasn't, let's say I pushed it all off until Saturday and it's due Sunday, and then there's no research or nothing was done with it. Well, of course, it needs to be notified to the professor. That's the correct. Should we push towards Friday as a turn-in date? Review day of everything again. Just say, hey, it's all good and done. And then we.
So, are you saying
Sunday.
2 days prior?
The 2 days prior to putting all the information together, 1 day prior to finalize, or somebody to look at it and say, oh, I like your information. Okay. Now submit it.
Well, so part of the project plan will be to assign tasks and due dates for those tasks. So all of that should be built into the project plan.
Okay, so pre-submission.
And then we can defer to this, right? If somebody doesn't turn something in on time, here's the consequence.
Bye.
Saying that like you guys can see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at our team charter.
So like if failure to turn in research by agreed date assigned for project, then we will call the person missing, and then
failure to turn in, how about, can we call it a task assignment?
yeah, task just okay.
I agreed upon date.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I don't love it. I'll play with it some more. But is that, does that get at it, you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can check off 6.
All right.
So at this point, it's almost 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. Do you guys want to go with the backup meeting tomorrow? Do you want, do we want to assign these out and then continue working online with each other through?
Start writing up the procedures.
Yeah.
Since it's pretty tight.
The procedures. So if y'all are okay with it, you can just move on from that.
Fine.
Well, it's sounding like we still have quite a few books to go through. So we have maybe we should and keep going.
Well, I'm not saying we finished the thought tonight. I'm just saying we review what we actually edited right now, because I noticed Ethan was making some of the procedures, and I just wrote down something in the conflict resolution because.
Okay, so you want to knock those out and then come back to it tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay, let's do that then. You guys on board?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is Marcy frozen? Okay, there we go. Marcy, are you frozen?
Yeah, if y'all approve of the procedures, we can move on from that one.
Okay, hold on. I'm going there. All right. The team will collaborate on each project. If a team member is falling behind, the team will work to find reasoning and communicate the problem. If team members fail to meet policies, an open discussion will be held to find a solution. Excellence in performance will be rewarded with a positive teamwork experience and a satisfactory grade. It's pretty good. I like that last bit about a satisfactory grade.
I was gonna say, guys, I'm guessing I just sent out a text. I'm guessing Marcy isn't with us right now.
Yeah.
How about this? Since Marcy's not really here, I wouldn't want to do this without also her present. So let's just pick this up then tomorrow.
Okay then.
Okay.
All right. So tomorrow at 12 p.m. Arizona time.
Yes, that is correct. And
I do need to set up a cutoff time. I want to say hopefully tomorrow by 1:30 we can be done, because at 2 p.m. I have to go to the dentist. So just throwing that out there.
Okay.
But yeah, that sounds like the right call since Marcy isn't here at the moment.
I was gonna say, yeah. So, and if anything, if we still can't finish it all up by tomorrow, then we go ahead and get the last few boxes that we need throughout the week, and then follow through with what we said in the team charter. Okay?
Are you back, Marcy? Are you there or are you not? No. Okay.
All right. Yep. Let's just
All
pick this up tomorrow then.
Okay.
All right.
Well, wait. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, for sure.
I honestly don't know where I'm gonna be tomorrow. Do y'all want to give me a section or two?
Okay. How about
Because they're
Why don't you just work through this a little bit more then, and then tonight, and then tomorrow we'll go through what you did and add any necessary changes. Let's see, we're at 7. We're on.
how
Go ahead.
about you just the changes to the charter, timeline, and project plan? Those are the last two. So just work on those. So because I think you can also be relating to the timeline project plan since you'll be turning in the assignment. So
right.
just do those. That's it.
The last two.
So that way.
Okay.
Yeah, the last two changes to the charter, timeline, project plan.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow then.
And I'll let you know if I'm available or not.
Sounds good.
I'll try to make it happen.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it was nice seeing you guys.
Nice seeing you guys too. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.